Hey, my name is Ruslan. I'm a student in Business Information Systems in Berlin, and one of our subscribers had the question, which of the both degrees have better job opportunities? On the one side we have Business Information Systems, and on the other side we have Business Analyst, and I will do my best to answer this question as honest as possible. And if you're interested to know the answer, then you should definitely check this video out. Okay, let's compare the first point. And the first point is the degree itself. If you want to study Business Information Systems, no requirements are needed to succeed in Business Information Systems. This is something I always say. Of course, if you spend a little bit of time before the study starts, you can teach yourself a little bit of Java or SQL or Python, and then you will have a much more easier time during your studies. But it doesn't mean that you need like an additional knowledge which you should bring to start your career in your bachelor's program in Business Information Systems. But on the other side, if you want to be a business analyst, you can only access the program through a master's program, at least in Germany and in the US with the current informations I have. Which means if we take like a much more future look, if you would apply for the same position with your master's degree and you have a competitor who only have like a bachelor's degree, at least from a theory, you should have better chances to get this job because the master's degree is always more valuable than a bachelor's degree. And this is the reason why I would give the first point to business analyst. Second point, specialization. And this is, I think, like one of the most important points in this whole video is the specialization. Like I always said before, if you study Business Information Systems, you will know anything and nothing at the same time. We call it in Germany, you are going to be a generalist, and it means that if you want to go, or if you want to be a game developer, you can do this. If you want to be a software developer, you can do this. If you want to be a blockchain developer, you can do this. If you go into human resources, you can do this. If you go into accounting, project management, consulting, or whatever type of work you can find, you can do this. But the problem is that it really depends on the interest you have. And I can tell you a little bit a short of personal experience. In the first semester where I studied Business Information Systems, I tried to find a work as a working student. And I had like 0 interviews, okay? All of my applications have been declined. No one even invited me. And the problem was really simple because at that time I didn't understood what type of work do I want to do. In the second semester I said, hey, consulting, project management, something with finance is much more interesting for me. I applied to these jobs and I got those jobs, okay? So this is something I always say, that if you study Business Information Systems as a student, you should find jobs as soon as possible. Because when you try to finish your degree and you try to get like an actual full-time job, companies are not always hiring you because you have the right degree or because you have good marks. The only reason why they truly care about you is because they ask themselves what type of benefits you can bring to the table. And if you had no work experience before during your studies in Business Information Systems, how you will communicate those benefits? You will definitely have a hard time to get a good job. And this is the reason why I always say, as a working student and during your studies in Business Information Systems, take as much work experience you can take during your studies. And I know that people are always looking for more secure jobs, and this is the reason why business analyst has a much more deeper knowledge than being a student in Business Information Systems. Because as a business analyst, you already understand what type of working field do you have to expect, what type of inputs you have to expect on a day-to-day basis, what type of output you have to create, what type of responsibility you have to take. And this gives people in their own framework, let's call it like this, in the future framework, much more security than for someone who is like me, who says, hey, I want to work in different types of industries. I don't care about this deep dive knowledge. I'm only interested about being fly high to find fast solutions for the company. And this is a type of attitude not everyone can handle actually. So if you're someone who needs more job security, if you're someone who needs more security in his or her working space, definitely decide to take a degree as a business analyst over at the same degree than a master's program in Business Information Systems. And this is the reason why I would give the second point to business analyst. And the third point is the salary. And now you will see the problems I told you before. If you want to be a business analyst, at least at the US market, you can expect to earn around $84,000 in a year, which can be a great salary. But if you now have to understand how much money you can earn as a business information grad, graduate, it can be really difficult. A game developer has a different type of salary than a cloud architect, and a cloud architect in comparison has a much different type of salary as a blockchain developer or whatever. So I can't actually give you a good valid number if you finish your degree as a business information graduate. Okay, it really depends on the interest, it really depends on the company size, it really depends on the industry you try to work for, and it also, a most important thing is, it really depends on the work experience you already have. And because I can't give you a valid number how much money you can earn as a business information student or as a graduate, that is the reason why I even would give the third point to business analyst. At the end, conclusion, what do I have to say? Even myself as a business information student, doesn't mean studying business information studies makes no sense. It's of course not true. Like I said before, it really depends on the interest you have, and if you want to enter certain type of industries with your degree as a business information systems graduate, you will have definitely great opportunities, because I have currently different types of work. I work in the field of finance, I work in the field of medical field, and I also try to find a work as a consultancy. I am currently applying for one of the big corporations or several big corporations right now, and they are job opportunities. You will also have great chances to get applications. Okay, so I have written like 4 applications and one was declined, and I had like 3 interviews. So if you study business information systems, you will have definitely great chances. But if you're someone who's looking for more security, someone who actually needs a secure working field where he or she understands what he's actually doing, then you should definitely decide to study business analytics. So at the end, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope I could give you the value you're looking for, and if you have any type of questions, don't bother to ask me them. I will do my best to answer them as honest as possible to help you to get the career you're looking for. And like always, vielen Dank for watching this video, and we're gonna see us in the next one. Peace.